Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sharon, and here in my channel I usually talk about all my knitting journey, my craft, my crochet, any yarn related goodness, as well as sometimes I have yarn haul. But this year I try not to buy yarn, although I did put in order for some hand-dyed yarn which I shouldn't have because I still have a lot. As you can see up there, those are like my favorite hand-dyed yarn, and I also have some in these cubbies which is above these cubbies, so I really shouldn't buy any. But anyway, let's move on to the main program. But before that, let me talk about what I'm wearing. Basically it's one of my finished object, and it is the crochet boxy summer boxy sweater. I don't remember, something like that. It's my own design, so I just draft this myself. Just let me stand up and show you. I'm not sure if you can see. I should put this down a little. So it's a very simple crochet sweater, and it is like really boxy. As you can see, it is very comfortable, and like I said, I wanted the sleeve like just like quarter length, so that's what I did. And I like this like strawberry chocolate cake kind of color. And because today is extremely hot, so I decided to put this on, since this is like 100% cotton yarn. And the yarn I use for this is the Drops Love You, this pink color, and then the brown one is the Drops Saffron. I'll try to put the color number on the screen because I'm not holding the yarn right now. And yeah, so I really like how it turned out. Really breezy, and it is quite long. See, so when I put my hand down, it is even longer, but it is so comfortable to be wearing this on a hot day. Yeah, and because it's crochet, so it is not exactly very close together, the stitch, so it is a little bit breezy, so that's what I like. And then it's very simple. I just did like a v-neck shaping here. It's crochet like bottom up, and it's all in, what do you call this, half double crochet stitch all the way. And then the sleeve, I actually just did single crochet on the sleeve. I think I've already worn this ever since I finished it. I've worn this a few times. I think because it's not that hot and it's quite comfortable, so I really like wearing this. Yeah, okay, so that's one of my finished object. I have two more finished object. Yeah, I have two more finished objects. So the other one, maybe I should go grab the yarn first before yeah, so give me a second, let me go grab the yarn. Okay, so the second finished object is what is this called? So my second finished object is Fairy Bouquet by Joanna. I'm not wearing it today because it is simply just too hot for me to wear, because it is a merino and mohair blend. Mohair and merino held together, and it is just too hot. It have been like super hot this past 2-3 days, and I just cannot wear it like right now. But I did put it on my mannequin, so maybe I'll just bring it over. Oh, is she too tall? Can I just move this? Let me just move this up. I'm not sure how much you can see. Okay, so this is the fairy bouquet. It is not extremely dense, the fabric. You can actually see my hand underneath it, but nevertheless it is still a little bit warm to be wearing this because of the mohair. And I love this so much. I love the drape. I love how it looked basically, and then I love the design. This design on the sleeve, you can see. Although this is not the actual design from the original pattern, I made a mistake, but I just kept going with this design because I think it doesn't look bad. So I kept going and I did the whole sleeve in this pattern, and it turned out so nice. And yeah, so I did that on both the sleeve. And then there is the lace detail on the top here, which is the fairy bouquet stitch. It's also very pretty. And there's also twisted ribbing section here. It's not it's just like probably about an inch and a half. Yeah. And then the ribbing on the neck, the cuff on the sleeve, and the bottom cuff here is all twisted ribbing, 1x1 twisted ribbing. So, and I think I enjoy this a lot. Oh, also there is also this cable detail. And no, let me turn this around. Cable detail at the side, on the side here. It also gives a very nice detailed look here. Yeah, so it is a little bit wrinkly because I actually just folded it, and so I should probably like wet block this area before I wear it. But it's such a nice design, very nice, quite simple. It doesn't but although I still have to look at the graph when I was knitting on the sleeve, because I don't remember the graph repeat, so I have to keep referring to the chart. And yeah, so the yarn that I use for this is the Knitting for Olive merino, and also the Knitting for Olive soft silk mohair. Yeah, so this is in the color Poppy Rose. So it's a little bit like this what do you call this, peachy, orangey, pinky color. It's like peach color basically, but I don't know, I really like this color together. It's really nice. Both of these is Poppy Rose. And so yeah, so I finished this. This is in my February plan, but I finished it on the 6th March, and I started this on the 3rd February. So it took me about a month to complete this, because I do have some other project that was ongoing at the time. Also these crochet boxy sweaters. Yeah, I was also working on this and some other things. So I think if I just concentrate on one sweater, it wouldn't have taken me as long, I feel. Yeah. So yeah, so that's my second finished object. And maybe we just put her to one side, and okay, I'll get in the middle of the screen. Okay, so that's my second finished object. And my third finished object is my honey clutch. So I finished my honey clutch, and here she is, super happy at how she turned out. I even like sewn in the zipper, and I also have the, what do you call this, the fabric. I've the what do you call this, the lining for the inside of the bag. It's this green color with like white polka dots. And let me show you. This is the stitch. It's like something like brioche stitch. Not sure if you can see. So yeah, I finished this, but what I did differently was that I added like these two ring, because I wanted to have like a strap. Because my previous honey clutch, it was just this clutch without any strap. So everywhere I go, I just need to hold on to the clutch, and sometimes it's not very convenient because I'm holding some other things and my hand feel very full. So I feel like I wanted to add some extra strap to this so that I can actually wear it like as a sling bag, sling purse or something like that. So that's what I did. And this is my zipper. It's this very cute with this like pearly handle here, super cute. You can see that. And then it is in this color, yeah, like a browny purpley color. And my sewing is not very neat, but I think it will not be obvious once I start using it. And I'm super happy at how it turned out, and I'm happy because I finished this. Okay, and the yarn I use for this is the Lionbrand Hand Dyed Heaven, and it is in the colorway Fantasy. So this is the color. And I think this is the second project that I'm using this yarn. The first one was a test knit that I did. It's called Hoya Vest, and I used this same yarn. And because I have leftovers, so I feel like I wanted to make the honey clutch using that leftover yarn. But it wasn't enough, so I actually have to dig into a new hank of yarn, and now I have another leftover of this yarn. And I have to think of what I should do with that, because this is a 100% nylon yarn, and now I don't know what I should do with this and the extra leftover yarn from the honey clutch. So if you have any idea on what I can make with this, what other things I can make with this, please do share it in the comment below, so maybe I can have some idea. So yeah, so my third finished object. And that's basically all I finished in these 3 weeks since I last recorded. It had been like really busy and really crazy because both my kids was not feeling very well. They were having fever on and off, and like vomiting, and I took some days off to look after them, so they have their medication and all those. I bring them to the doctor, and so I did not, give me a moment. So yeah, and that was why I have not knitted for a few days. I didn't do any craft or crochet or knitting for a few days, and at the same time I hurt my finger, my pinky. Yeah, there was a like very deep cut, and I couldn't hold the knitting needle properly because the needle keep touching my pinky whenever I'm knitting, and it hurts so bad. So I actually have to wait for it to clot and heal for a little bit, for a few days, and once it's like once it was okay, that when my knitting needle was sitting on my pinky, I just start knitting and non-stop. Yeah, so I didn't have a lot of finished object, yeah, because of that, but I think it's okay. I do have some other plans for March, and I actually haven't really started on them, but nevertheless, let's move on. I do have some whips that I wanted to show you, so maybe I should show you the no frill sweater. Yeah, so my whips, this is one of the whips that I have shown in the previous podcast. It is a no frill sweater by PetiteKnit, and this is a birthday gift for my sister, but I did make some progress on this, and I have finished 2 sleeves. Look at all my stitch marker, and I have finished 2 sleeves. So yeah, I am happy at where I am right now, so I just need to continue working on the body till the length that she wanted, and I can block this after that, and I'm so happy and so excited to finish this. But I think I made quite a lot of progress on this. This was where I am from the last podcast. I think that was just right after I split for the sleeve, like probably a few rows down, and that was where I was last podcast. And I have since knitted this much of the body, and then I decided to do the sleeve, and so I'm happy because now I have 2 sleeves done. So sleeve out of the way, I can just continue knitting on the body, and this is pretty mindless, so I can work on this whenever I am watching movie in the evening with my husband. And yeah, pretty simple and quick and fun, and I don't have to think about this. So this is the no frill sweater, and I am using the yarn. This is the yarn I'm using. It's the Paintbox Simply DK yarn, and this is in the color number 106. It's in this like a charcoal gray color. This is 100% acrylic, and it is one of those acrylic that I like working on for garment because it's quite soft, and if you steam block this, it will get even softer. And what's great about this yarn, because it's acrylic, so it's kind of like easy care, and you can throw it in the washer and it will be okay. like it might peel, but I think it wouldn't be so bad, but at least you can wash it in the washer. So yeah, so I like using this yarn for like gift knitting or like baby garment and stuff like that. So that's where I am with my no frill sweater, but this one is in like not like no rush really, because my sister's, this gift is for my sister's birthday and her birthday is in July, so I still have plenty of time to finish that sweater. And that's my first whip. And my other whip is something that I have also started but I haven't finished. I did make some make some progress on it, but not much. Maybe, let me see, it's not in a great position to show you, not really that, I mean where I am right now, it's not okay. The next sweater I have, is this a sweater? No, this is a vest. So this one is, let me see, I don't remember the name. I have it in my notes here though. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to do is the Fungus Slipover by Refined Knitwear. So this is where I am right now. I actually I think I finished the shoulder kinda this area, and then now I'm working on the left panel but I'm using the same needle. I'm working on the same needle. So I'm working on this left panel here, and then after this I will be working on the right panel. And this is like a saddle shoulder type. I love this kind of shoulder construction. I think because it is very, I somehow I just like this kind of shoulder construction. It looked very professional, I think. But yeah, work on this, but still have a lot to work on. And this was supposed to be my, wait, what is this? This was supposed to be, I think this was supposed to be one of my February plans. Yeah, but it's already March and I haven't finished this, but that's okay. Doesn't mean I can work on this after February. I can still work on this. Like I said, I really just wanted to start a few things every month, and I did dedicate one of the month in the year just to finish the whips that I couldn't finish earlier in the year, from the year, like maybe the first, maybe some I think it's sometime in May. I dedicated a month just to finish my whips, something like that. But anyway, so that's my second whip. That's the Fungus Slipover. And what else do I have? I think, no, wait, I am working on something which I canceled from my March plan, and I replace it with something that I'm working on currently, which is a test knit that I'm going to talk about. So let me tell you about the test knit first. So I'm working on a test knit. Oh, sorry, let me, I suddenly have itchy throat. So okay, so this test knit is called, and it's all like this granny square. It's crochet project. Sorry, it's not test knit, sorry, test crochet. It's a test crochet pattern, and the pattern is called nostalgia wrap around dress, and it's by a lady called Ellie. Her Instagram handle is Craftersmuse. and I think she's a really remarkable designer because all her crochet pieces are really unique and really dainty, very girly, can also be a little bit cutesy, a little bit sexy, flirtatious, very cute, very girly kind of pattern. And so I signed up for her test call and I got picked, so I'm working on it. So these are it's a granny square kind of wrap around dress, and it just require all this granny square to be sewed up once you have all these squares, and I have finished all my squares. So I'm in the middle of sewing up the squares, and I'll put a picture of what the dress looked like here. So that's the dress, and it's very pretty, very girly, as you can see. And the reason why I signed up for it, because one, I like the design, it looked very flowy, and second, I think the color kind of caught my eyes because she was also using like pink color for this wraparound dress, and it looks so pretty, just so pretty. Yeah, so I feel like I wanted to test for her, and so I signed up and I got picked, and I'm super happy. So I'm working on this. Oops. So that's my so that's my third whip. Okay, so that I have 3 whips right now. Okay, so that's all I have. 3 finished object, 3 works in progress, and then I wanted to talk about my March plan. Actually, I want to talk about my March and my April plans. And let's see, I'm not sure if I'm going to like change something out from the plan, but so far my I'm looking at my March. I only I only take out one item which I wanted to knit. It was a cardigan, and it was a free pattern. I don't even remember the name, but I look at the pattern again, and I suddenly don't feel like I wanted to knit that pattern anymore, because somehow I just don't feel like I wanted to knit it. So I swap it out with this test crochet. So I still only have 4 things that I wanted to make this March. So the first one is the Ruke Boxy sweater. I'll put a picture to show you right here. And this is designed by laurelknits. I saw this sweater, I think, when I was browsing in Pinterest, and I already have the yarn that I think I'm going to knit with. It's also acrylic yarn, but it's very soft acrylic yarn, and I think the sweater pattern called for like it's either like a worsted weight or a bulky weight, but my yarn is a worsted weight, so I'm going to use that. And my yarn is also, the color is also similar to the one that I just showed you, and I like the silhouette of the sweater. So I think it's going to be a very comfortable, comfy sweater when it is like super cold. And I think it's going to be a super comfy sweater for when it's very cold. And I think I also wanted to, it also attracted me because of the little eyelet, like a lacy detail in the sweater. And since I have the yarn, I can start, but it's just that because now I'm doing the test crochet, and I wanted to get that done first, since there's a limit time. It's a limited duration for me to complete that. But I probably start with one of this project that I wanted to start once I finished that test crochet. So that was one of the plan I wanted to project that I wanted to knit up. And then the second thing that I wanted to make is it's like a, how do you say, it's a crochet doll. So it's called Braided Lily. I bought the pattern from Etsy, and it's designed by, I don't really know to pronounce this, but I think she's from Thailand. But her her Instagram handle is Chikchikhandmade, and it's a super cute crochet doll. So I'll put a picture right here. And so I feel like I wanted to make this for my daughter. She loved doll, and I feel like because I think it's easy for her to just, she likes anything that like easy for her to hold and play with. So I think that would be a good project for her. And then the last item that I wanted to knit is a free pattern. It's from Lionbrand. It's called the Wilhelmina Pullover. So I'll put a picture right here. And the design is very simple sweater, and it is using the comfy cotton yarn, which I have. So I think it'll be easy for me to, at least I have the yarn, the recommended yarn. So I will be using this comfy cotton. This is in the colorway Cool Night. This is the colorway Cool Night, and this is 50% cotton and 50% polyester. And it says here that it's a light 3 weight. Light 3 weight for me is usually like a DK weight yarn. Yeah, so I have this, and I can make that pullover. And that's all for my March plan, but it is already like 12th of March, and I only started one. I have 3 more to go for March, but doesn't really matter. I'm just like having fun planning anyway. So for my April plan, I wanted to make the top Bona designed by Olga, I think. That's her name, Olga, and her Instagram handle is o.malika, and she have a few really dainty, girly, very cute knitting pattern. And I think I bought three of her pattern, and I haven't even knitted one yet. So that's why I wanted to make this plan, because I want to at least this year knit up some of the pattern that I have bought. So this is one of them, top Bona. I think I bought this last year, but I haven't even looked at the design and the pattern and all that. So I really want to work on that. I'll put a picture right here. As you can see, it's very pretty, very cute. I do have the yarn that I think I have the yarn for it. And then the second one I wanted to make is Amanda. It is by Miss Vincent. It's a what do you call this? A vintage pattern. It's a vintage pattern. I think I bought the pattern like for $2 US or something. I think that's the price of a lot of the vintage pattern. It's a pattern I bought from Etsy, and I think I did try to start this last year before, but I think the yarn wasn't right for it, and I ended up using the yarn for no frill sweater instead. So I think this time I'm going to pick a heavier weight yarn so that I think the sizing would be good, because vintage pattern, there's not a lot of sizing. It's not very size inclusive. They only have like probably 3 size, like small, medium, large, or something like that. So I think if I use a heavier weight yarn, so I'll be using at least just a slightly bigger needle, it will make the garment bigger and it'll fit better. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's Amanda. I'll put a photo right here. And then I wanted to, and the last project I wanted to do for April is the color palette socks designed by laurelknits. And this one will be, socks will be quite fast for me. I mean, comparing to a garment, a sweater. And color palette socks, what I wanted to do was I wanted to use some of my scrap yarn from all the socks knitting I have so many leftover from my previous socks knitting project and all those, so I can put it inside this socks, color palette socks. So I think it'll be fun. So in this April I have three planned project that I will start. Yeah, so that's the project I plan to make for this March and April. And yeah, I have been having so much fun planning on all my upcoming project and like choosing the yarn for them. And yeah, so that's all I have right now. I'm not sure why, but my throat is getting dry. Okay, so that's all I have right now, and it's been 3 weeks, and yeah, I think the next podcast will probably, I don't know, I always try like every 2 weeks, but sometimes like life gets in the way, so and commitment and children, so I skip a week, so that yeah, I think I'll try like the most is like 3 weeks, so that you know sometimes I don't forget what project I've been working on or what I have finished, because I have short-term memory. So I mean I don't remember stuff, so I need to do it like not too far apart. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, so I hope you enjoy my content today, and I will, yeah, I don't know, I'm lost for word right now. Okay, I think that's all. And thank you so much for watching and being here and just listening to me talking about all my projects. I hope it gives you some kind of inspiration, and it kind of like motivate you to also work on whatever you are working on, yeah, regardless it's knitting, crochet, or you are doing like other yarny craft or other sorts of craft. Doesn't have to be yarny craft, even drawing, you know, like I also like to draw sometimes. If I'm drawing or stuff, I also listen to podcasts while I'm drawing. So yeah, so okay, that's all. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.